Hello, it's Ranny Duck, and we're back again for another replay. So, as the title tells you, this is the third mark grind for the Indien-Panzer, the Tier 8 Tech Tree German medium tank. And this is a tank which, if I'm honest with you, it's a bit of a hidden gem because I never played it before. And I love it when you go through the Tech Tree. I've been playing a game for 7 years, so when you find a tank you think, oh, I've never actually played this. I think I saw a replay on someone else's video in it, and I thought, I'm going to try it out for myself. And you know what, I actually really like it. It's a tank which I had a lot of fun free marketing. It, in theory, doesn't have that good armour, but the armour is very troll. You do get a lot of bouncers in this tank. You get a lot of you don't expect to bounce a lot of shots, but you do get a lot of, you can bounce a lot in it. The armour is a little bit troll like that, and it's, you know, I think it's got 8 degrees of gun depression. It's got 240 alpha gun, which is very accurate, and with the sort of mobility of it, the speed of the tank as well, I just found it really nice to play. I must admit, it was really good. So yeah, we're on cliff, and from this spawn we've taken the sort of position I like to take from this spawn. It can be risky when you've got 2 fun police in the game, but ultimately, you know, everywhere's risky where you've got fun police, isn't it? So it's either you can sort of play scared, or try and play arty safe, or you can just get on with it and hope for the best, and that's what I've done in this moment. This light tank, he's made a mistake, hasn't he? I think he got a little bit angry when I shot him earlier maybe, but one thing this tank is actually quite good for as well is it's got a bit of weight behind it, and it's got some decent rams and tanks as well, which I have enjoyed. I've managed to get quite a few little kills like that, so it's been a decent start. We've got rid of one of the little pest light tanks out of the game, and we've got 1,000 damage, and as well as that, we can see the artillery hasn't really been focusing us at all, which is great because this means we can use this position to our full advantage, and it's the ideal scenario. This is where I want the enemy to be, like exactly where they are, exactly where this sort of T-32 is at the back. All these people are prime positions because I can pop up, only expose my turrets, so I've got a chance of bouncing a shot. As well as that, there's little for them to aim for, and I can just pop up, put a shot in and move back. And at the moment I'm not even getting spotted, so it's just the dream scenario. It's just farm time, isn't it? This poor T-32, he's taken a position, and unfortunately he's realised I've got too many shots for them, so he's going to try and move out. But we're just having a little, there hasn't been much. Every moment in this game has always been something for me to shoot at, which is the ideal scenario. We do get an unfortunate bounce on that Leo there, because again the Leo doesn't have any armour, but with APCR you can, when you get angled up armour, you quite often get like weird bounces, which has just happened. But so far we managed to pick up just over just shy of 2.5k damage. We've actually picked up a little bit of block damage as well, and we're just farming this poor T-32, and it's been a decent game, isn't it? We're nearly on 3k damage, got 400 assistance, and we're still shooting just in the same spot. Like, it doesn't always happen this way, like in this spot, but you know, sometimes you have to sort of react to what's happening around you, and they tend to go this way and then you have to move on. But so far it's worked out really well for me. I've got 3k, just nearly 1,000 assistance. But it's time now, isn't it? The rest of their team is sort of stuck in their base where they've been sort of pinned in their spawn. That's why you don't want to sit there in your spawn, because ultimately it's a very bad idea. You're just giving up the map control. And now these tanks are sat there, they're dead basically, because there's nothing they can do. I'm just going to pull up, get in the side. I'm healthy enough to get, even if I get shot, I'm not even worried at the moment. So that's why I'm just sort of taking chances, getting the shots of this Oho. I think the next couple of shots I put at him, I maybe just don't aim great, and I just hoped I was going to go through his turret, but I didn't. But I'm using this sort of wreck to my advantage, because he's looking at a wreck trying to shoot me. It'd be really awkward, as well as that fire. We all know what it's like when you're trying to shoot through fire. It can be really awkward to see what's going on. So he's just getting shot down. But now I've kind of decided there's enough of my team have pushed around here. They're going to have shots into Oho, and I was hoping that I could just keep moving even if he shoots me, just because I want to spot other things, because obviously I'm going for the mark and I want to get the assistance. But as we pop round there, we see where this Leo's hiding. Now, yeah, it's unfortunate. I've got too much hit points. There's nothing to do here. I'm just going to push straight into him. I'll give him a little love tap and just wait for my reload just to finish him off. And now there's only one tank remaining. It's that light tank which got to the hill at the start of the game. So we're just heading up there now, just hoping that maybe we'll get an opportunity to get a shot into him. Not really thinking we would, but you know, if he overpokes, that maybe we will get a shot into him. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to drive up here. This has been a pretty decent game, but it would be nice if we could get another shot of damage in, because there's damage to be had. He's got the hit points. But we're just going to hope that maybe this Centurion pushes him enough, and he does. He pushes him over, but unfortunately our shot misses. I hope we get another chance to get the kill, and we do. So we finish off that game now. What's left is to get to results, and we can see how we got on with the first replay. So we got 3 kills, 4,601 damage, 2,401 assistance. And just 800 blocks. So it's been a really good game. We've got the ace tanker, 2,029 base XP. But yeah, that's about it for the first replay. I've got 3 more still to come, so I will see you in a bit for the second replay of the video. Hello, it's me. We're back again for replay number 2. This time we're on El Remain. It's one of the new maps. Well, not a new map, one of the old maps they brought back. So it might be new to some of you. It's a map I quite like, actually. It's a decent map. So it's quite nice that this is back in the game. We definitely still need to bring some more of the maps back. I hope they don't just stop with what they brought back, but this is one I quite like, so I'm glad it's in the game. We're quite top tier on this one. We have 1 fun police to contend with, but we can handle that. We're top tier, so yeah, we don't have to worry about any tier 10, so it should be quite a good one. So this spawn, I think out of the 2 spawns is my favourite. I mean, they're both okay, but I would say this is the spawn I prefer to get, mainly because I like to take a early position in the middle of the map, where quite often if you take that position you can spot the cross, and sometimes you get a nice bit of damage early on, or maybe a bit of resistance damage early on. So when we get there I can obviously say where the position I am talking about. So yeah, we've got to go down here basically, and it's just this ridge in front of me, which I like to sort of, if you can get there nice and early, obviously if you're in a light tank you can get there a bit quicker and you've got a bit more camo to use it better. But I like to get up on this ridge nice and early to spot the cross. You can see there something's already been spotted because our light tank's spotted aggressively, so it probably means they're not going to cross as much. Now I think I missed out on a bit of damage here, because what I should have done is get up on this ridge early, and then I can spot anything and get a few shots in. But I was sort of a bit hesitant, mainly because I was trying to get a few shots in, but it's not really working too well. So like, this is the position I'm talking about. I like to use in this position. It's because quite often you can like stuff will cross in front of you, and you can sort of put yourself behind the ridge to shield most of your tank, and then get shots on them crossing. But it's not worked out that way for this game. You know, sometimes everything doesn't go to plan. You have a little plan at the start, and then you have to adjust. So that's what I'm going to do. My original plan is not worked out, but no, the good thing about being in this position is it doesn't work out. You can easily go to the other side of the map, because you put yourself in the centre of the map, and it means obviously from the centre we can go either way. So we have no support really on the other side, so we're going to push this side and hopefully we can win it with our team, because what I don't want to do is get our team to get in a stagnant battle and be fighting these guys for too long, and then the enemy team comes around and catches us out. So I'm going to really just try to help my team win this side. I'm going to push up. You can see most of my team's to the left of me. I've got one guy with me, and this has now put the enemy team in a crossfire. You can see this VK heavy here. I'm hoping to put him and his buddy in like a crossfire position where I can get shots into him, along with my teammate. I think it's in a Leo here. And now they've got to worry about us and worry about the other side. So we've got a nice little shot through the lower plate of the VK. We've got this IS to contend with as well. But we're feeling pretty good about ourselves in this position. We've got this nice rock to sort of shield ourselves, and we can, you know, only expose ourselves a little bit. But unfortunately this Italian tank comes behind us. Now I'm not too sure what he was thinking here, because it's obviously not going to end that well for him. I'm just hoping my guy gets out of my way so I can ram into him, get a bit of ramming damage. I'm trying to get the kill on this guy here. Unfortunately I low roll, so I pull back so my buddy can shoot him. He takes him out, and now we can worry about the stuff in front of us again. So this IS has come round, we put a shot in, we low roll again. This obviously has 240 alpha, but that's to be expected now with the how the damage rolls work. Unfortunately Leo ate my kill shot, so you don't manage to pick up with a kill on him. But now that's 2 tanks dealt with, we're now just going to, there's obviously these 2 heavies which took a bit of a punishment. We're going to get a few shots in them, because you see now they're distracted now, they're in a really awkward situation. So we've been able to use this position really well. We can see obviously there's one of the British tank destroyers on top of the hill, but I don't really need to worry about him at the moment, because he can't really get shots onto me unless he comes right the way down, which then I would have to deal with him. But I don't think he's going to do that just because there's too many people in front of him where he's got shots at from there. So I don't feel like he's going to come down on me. So I'm going to ignore him for now, because he's no threat to me, and these are the biggest threats I think at the moment. If I can take out these 2 guys, like I say, I feel like I'm under a bit of time pressure here. I know there's no one in the cap at the moment, but I'm just consciously aware I've been fighting here for a long time. I knew the other side of the map had really no defence whatsoever. So I'm thinking, well, I do need to win this as quickly as I can now, because they could be pushing to a cap potentially. So I want to take this guy out. We do eat a shot, which is unfortunate, but you know, hey ho, it is what it is. We've still got a decent amount of hit points left, and we've got 3,000 damage on the board. So now it's time to turn my attention to this TD. We're going to get round here. We don't want him to put any shots into us, but he's got a Borsig coming up behind him as well. We're going to try and get a shot into the drive wheel, so we get a bit of cheeky assistance. We hit the drive wheel, but we don't manage to track him in place. We just damage the tracks, but we do get an extra shot of damage. I obviously was a bit conscious poking up high, because you don't know if there's anything else that's looking at you, but there's a lot of my team down there already, so I'm thinking I'm probably not going to get shot. And now, as you can see, the enemy team are pushing to our cap. So there's 2 in the cap at the moment, and I've got enough time to get back there comfortably at the moment, but obviously if a 3rd person gets into the cap, then it could cause me a bit of a problem. Because the thing with this cap as well, is you see, when the enemy team sit in this cap, there's not a lot to really shield them. So obviously capping is not always the best idea. They probably would have been better off in this battle to actually join in the fight, and maybe their team would have had a chance of winning it. But we're going to push up. We take out their SCG for good measure. Like I say, we've still got a minute on the clock. I actually know the TD is, I'm pretty sure the TD was actually at the other side of the map, so it was a Hellcat. So I'm not really concerned about a 3rd tank getting in the cap anymore, and I've got more than enough time now to go down here, spot them up. As you see, I outspot the Atomic. He was the one at the back of the map at the start of the game, and we outspot this VK. So we're just able to take these out now. They're sitting ducks in water, aren't they? So it's just easy for us to just farm them here. That's why I say capping isn't always the best idea to try and get the win. If they help try and actually fight, then maybe they will have a better chance. But it's good for us. We're able now to push down to just try and get this last bit of damage. There's no one else who's able to get here, so I know that I should be killing this guy, because I can eat at least 2 shots from him. So it doesn't really matter if he shoots me at this point. I'm just going to drive in front of him, let him shoot me, and then hopefully within 2 shots I'll finish him off. So we get the first shot in. We put him to almost a 1 shot, well, a 1 shot, sorry, and then we're just going to take him out. And that's it for this one. So all that's left to do is get to the results screen, and we can see how we got on. So we got 6 kills. We've got that Top Gun. We've got 4,330 damage. We didn't get much assistance this time, just about 300. But we do achieve the first mark, and of high caliber. And obviously we got that base defense there. So not a bad replay for the second one. I had so many good replays in his tank, so I had to only use a few of them. But yeah, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in a bit for the next replay. Hello, so we're back for the 3rd replay, and this time we're in Sand River. And this is actually a game which was really enjoyable. It's one where we had to use a brain a little bit in the end, because it got a little bit hairy. Yes, we're on Sand River. We've got, unfortunately, the worst spawn on Sand River, and you'll see why in a minute. Well, if you've been following me, watching my replays, I've already told you, but you've got 2 ridges in the middle. This spawn is just nowhere near as good as the other spawn. The other spawn is so much better because the other ridge is so more dominant, basically. It never used to be this way. I think Wargamers adjust the spawns because the enemy seems to get across a lot earlier down the 1-2 line, so that you don't really get a chance to spot them crossing before they're already in position, really. So we're going to move down, but we're going to go there anyway. But basically, I'm going into this position with the mindset, but I'm probably not going to stay there long. But I still want to go there because you still want someone to go there at the start of the game, because you want the initial information they give you on the spot, because it'll give you an indication of how many enemy teams have gone down there. And we spotted the King Dragon there. You know, see, now we're staying around for a bit too long because we've been lit and the fun police have said no fun for you, and he's put a shot into us. He damaged our crew, but we was able to repair that, and now it's time to get out of there, really. Not really the best of start, was it? Because we've lost quite a bit of hit points. We've got 1 penetration and we didn't get any assistance, but it's not looking great now for us because the enemy have pushed right into that middle. I don't feel confident staying there at the moment, so at this point I was thinking I'll push down, maybe I'll get to the middle and take out this Comet. But as I'm going down there, it's looking a little bit awkward because there's already teammates pushing down there as well, so we're slowly sort of losing a bit of control of the map. I'm playing a little bit risky here, going down here, but I was thinking maybe I could get like side shots into them, and if I was far enough away, maybe I wouldn't get lit. It was a bit of a gamble. It's not really paying off because I've got lit basically. I did put 1 into the Ragnarok, and now it's just time to get out of there and try and think of something else. Having a look at the map, I've seen the enemy have pushed right into sort of the middle of our side of that ridge, and I'm thinking, well, if we can have any chance of winning this game, I need to do something now, and I think I need to win this battle because it's sort of a mini battle within the game, if you like. And I'm thinking if we don't win this battle here, then we're not going to win, because we're just going to be completely stuck in. You see the fun please, he's had a little pop at me again, hasn't he? Fortunately for me, he missed that time. There's a Dreadnought there, he's got a very scary gun, but as the fun police is shooting at me, I can't just stay on that ridge anymore, so I've just got to move in. We take out the Polish Heavy in the way. We're just going to go straight round in this Dreadnought and hope he's not ready for us. He wasn't, so we put a shot into him and we're taking him out. So we've done a really good job there of clearing that out, because we was in a situation where if we didn't win that, I think we would have lost the game already. I am getting shot in the back now by the guys sort of the back of the map, but you can see this is what I mean. We're in a situation on this map where we haven't really properly won any control of the map, because there's enemies at the top of the sort of the 8-9 line, if you like. There's enemies down the 1-2 line, and there was enemies in the middle, so we'd never really taken control of any sort of area on this one, which then makes it very awkward for you because you soon run out of places to go, especially where there's a fun police in the game. There's going to be limited areas for you to get shots in. Unfortunately, we got a little bit of a tangle there, me and my teammate. But yeah, I'm just going to poke up here just to see if I spot anything. Maybe if I spot their fun police, if he's playing in a position. Yeah, realistically he's probably in a diff and I won't have a shot in, but I thought, well, we'll just chance it just in case. We do spot one of our friendly pleb members, an Italian tank. We get a shot into him there. We'll see if we can get another shot in, but it doesn't look like we can. I've got to be careful because I don't know if there's anything still camping in their base. And obviously, the fun police has already tried to hit me has hit me and tried to shoot me a couple of times. But it's a little bit awkward. I'm just trying to work an angle, really, because that's basically, I'm just looking for shots, seeing if I can find a way in. This light tank is in full health. He's a bit of a threat because he could clip me out potentially if he doesn't bounce in his shots. So I need to be careful of him now. And yeah, it's not an ideal scenario really. We're just trying to work any sort of angle. I mean, it's very even on the scoreboards, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's 7-8 now, but it's been an even game. It's just sort of felt like a game which we never really had control of. But we're just going to see what we can do. Now it's just looking for wheres I can go up. Obviously I want to go up and shoot this T29, but obviously I'm still cautious that if I get too far in, they might still full send me, or I might get shot by the fun police. I'm just waiting for them to actually get a bit closer a bit over that ridge line, so then I can get a few shots into them basically. Because at the moment they're in a position which is, if I'm pushing into that, as well as that light tank still roaming about, it's going to be awkward. But our Tiger P is now engaged and our other heavy is now engaged. So this is my time to get shots into them because they're busy fighting the heavy in front of them, and I don't want to waste this opportunity to get damage in, because I sense this is like another one of those little battles which we need to win. So we do manage to take out that light tank, so that's a plus because that's another light tank out of the game. But unfortunately our heavies in the process have been destroyed. Now what I didn't want to do here, I made a decision, but if I was going to stay there, I think I was going to die. So I know I'm leaving my TD there, probably to his death. But unfortunately, I saw no other way of winning this game. I think if I stay there, I'm going to get sent by the T29 and the other heavy and have the arty shooting at me. It's going to be too much. So I'm moving on basically to get a bit closer to our Vanguard. And I just want to just a quick shout out to this Vanguard player because I don't know him. It was just someone I met in the game randomly. And he ends up being very helpful to me in this game, and me and him work quite well in the end to pick up the win. So we're in a 3 versus 4 now. We got very fortunately that we managed to get that artillery out of the game. I'm glad we caught him out. Now there's this light tank. Now this guy, he is a threat, but this is where the Vanguard comes in very handy because he tracks this light tank, and this was massive in this game because taking out this light tank, I really feel a lot more confident in winning this game. And that track was honestly, it's a small moment in the game, but it's actually very big. Now I sort of said to defend the base, and he's communicating to me via the in-game bits of information. And one thing he does do here, which is really nice, when he's reloading, he lets me know how long his reload is left. That's something I always do when I'm in the autoloaders, and it's something you should always do because it's like in this scenario, I now know he's got 3 seconds left in his reload, so I know if I do spot something, and, he's in range, he can get shots into him. Now that is something you should always try and do. Basically, it is quite important to let your team know how long you've got to reload. Obviously, you can't guarantee their use that information like I would in this scenario, but you've got to give him a chance to. Now he's moved into position to light up the cap, so he's done really well, and I'm quite confident that he'll be able to get a reset. I was moving over to try and get a shot in, but then the King Tiger's come out, and this is exactly what I wanted to happen because I can eat 1 shell from this guy, no problem. And I made him put 2 shots into him and kill him. So I ate a shot, but I finished them off, and that is a brilliant scenario, really. Now this is looking very more confident, very, very more winnable now. His T29 doesn't have a lot of hit points left. Our Vanguard's going to keep him lit up. I put a shot into him. I was going to go for the kill shot in a minute, hoping he just lights him up again for us. He's just said he's on his way. Basically, he's just communicating with me the whole time, which is obviously really good. He gets lit up. We're going to go and try and put another shot into him, but our friendly Vanguard gets a kill. And now it's just our friendly pleb member. I think at this point, he may have disconnected because he's sort of stuck in there and he's not moving. I've got a pixel shot. I'm going to try and get a few shots into him. Obviously our Vanguard's letting us know he's reloading, but yeah, at this point the game's won really. At this point I'm just hoping that I'm able to get as many shots into him as I can. So we're aiming in, we're hoping we're going to finish him off, and we do finish him off. So yeah, that's at the end for this game. So really nice little game. It's rare that you get to have those games where you got a random player on the game you don't know and you're working together, and he came in very helpful, that Vanguard. But as you can see, we had a really decent game. We got 8 kills. We picked up that Radley. We got just shy of 4k damage. We got ace tanker, obviously high caliber. Yeah, so really decent game for that one. And that's it for this replay. And yeah, if I stop rambling on again, I will see you in a bit for the final replay. Hello, so we're on the last replay. I know this video's been a long one, but it's almost over now, I promise you. So thank you for staying. This is the last replay of the video. This is one where we achieved the 3rd mark of excellence. And we're on Ghost Town. We're on Ghost Town Encounter Battle. where realistically no one's going to cap, are they? Because it's dead in the centre of the map, which is nice because I don't want the gate people to cap when I'm going for my marks. There's no artillery, no fun police in this one for me to worry about. And yeah, we're very top tier as well. So we're just going to go on the usual ghost town. I'm going to move to a position this is a position from this spawn I use a lot at the very start of the game, and I'll explain why when I get there. But yeah, so Ghost Town's a map I actually really like. I mean, I guess there's certain tanks in it, you know, like TDs and stuff, which wouldn't be ideal, but when you're playing in a tank like this, or a heavy, I'm a fan of Ghost Town actually, I must admit, I quite like it. Unfortunately, me and this CDC had a bit of a love tap, and then and this Dragon. But yeah, this is the position I'm talking about. I like to go here very early on and spot the cross, because quite what happens is you get little light tanks like this go straight across, and sometimes they go across and they'll come back and get a few shots in. And yeah, I like to take this position early on because of this reason. Sometimes the light tanks will go all the way over, but then you know they're coming back, so you can hit them on the return. What doesn't often happen is you don't get a Vanguard sitting in this little position here. But he is, he's not moving, he's putting his clip into this CDC, and we're going to punish him because we like the CDC. So yeah, we're taking him out. A nice little start of the game, especially I think to be honest with you, on this game I was very close to my third mark. I didn't need that big game at all. I just needed to make sure I did the requirements, because I was like, I think I was like 0.1 away, 0.2 away, so I was very close. So I just had to make sure I had a half decent game, you know, get about 3k damage, I would have thought, and then I would have achieved it. So it's been a good start already, isn't it, for that? We're well on our way. We've got this Ohide here now on our way. You know, he's a tier 6 tank, he's not having the best of fun against us, unfortunately, for him, but good for me. So we're now all halfway there to what we need to get. So we're just going to push over now, and you can see now this is why I quite like Ghost Town, because I don't have to go far for damage. There's always seems to be damage not that far away. And we've got this Dragon now, he's stuck right in the open, so this is an ideal scenario for me and my buddy and my CDC to get a few shots into him. We try and get him in the track wheel there, we don't track him in place. He has got safe, but now we've got this Slayer here. He's got a very nasty gun, but he has now been taken out. We're going to push over. We know that Skoda is, we know the Dragon he's almost dead, so we're going to try and get a few shots into him. Unfortunately, he would have died if my shot penned him, but I don't know what quite happened with that. I'm a little bit concerned that there was this autoloader behind me in that medium, but I'm just going to push in aggressively anyway. I have got a lot of hit points, and I'm just going to try and I was going to go and take that Dragon out, but he seems to want to jump off the cliff instead, which is okay by me because we can move on and get a bit more damage in. And you see, I'm just pushing straight in now, I'm not even stopping. I've got a shot in the side there, but like I say, I still had a lot of hit points, and I just know that I probably need about one more pen, and then I've got it. So that's all what I was kind of thinking about at this moment. We know there's hit points here. We do eat one in return, which is not great, but again, we will out reload him. I didn't aim that great there, and I ended up hitting him in the tracks. You know, that's a bit poor, should have penned him really, but it is what it is. He does unfortunately ammo rack us now, which is a shame, but we should still even ammo rack, hoping we're going to out reload him. Unfortunately, we go for a shot there and we don't quite finish him off. But yeah, I've now done my 3 mark requirements, so at this point I'm thinking, oh brilliant, I've marked the tank, let's just try and get the most out of it now. I was toying him and going in behind those tanks, but then I thought, no, this Hellcat's going to show himself, so we've got a shot into him. I'm just about to move in now really. I'm hoping I'll be able to reload soon. Unfortunately, this little light tank is in a position which just means I have to be a little bit careful, because if I cross over and go down, he could then get a few shots into me, which wouldn't be nice, because I've only got 500 hit points. I don't want to get trapped in place and then him take me out. But I'm just I'm waiting for him to I'm hoping for him to show himself again, because you can see, pretty sure he's detecting me, or maybe I'm getting proxy spotted by the other guy, but it doesn't look like he's going to show himself. I was hoping he was, so I think, you know what, I've kind of given up on, I think that he's actually going to come round now. I think he must have moved on. So I'm going to move on, take out this tier 6 heavy tank, and now try and find a light tank. But there he did move on. He's moving in to engage our friendly TD. I'm just going to chase him down now. He is very healthy, which is good, because I'm hoping I can get a couple of shots into him. He's coming my way, which is brilliant. He is on a reload, so I'm just going to follow him about. This is what's quite nice about this tank, is I'm doing like 40 kilometers an hour, which is really good for a medium like this. And it can, I think it gets, I can't remember the top speed, it's about sort of 50 something, and it's really nice. So he is reloaded now, but I've got him on a one shot. I just need to make sure I don't fluff the shot, and I don't. We take him out, we achieved the third mark, and all what's left is to get to the replay to see exactly how we got on. So we got 5 kills, 4,550 damage, 300 assistance. We actually blocked 950 in that one. And achieved the third mark. So we, I think we're on 95.6 now. I actually, like I say, I really enjoyed this tank. I really did. So that's it for the replay. Again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I do really appreciate your support. I know I keep saying it, but like I say, it's because it's true. It's really good. I'm overwhelmed actually how much support I've got. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'll leave you there. So as always, happy tanking.